Hello, today I'm here to present to you a business proposal in technology industry. This presentation will start from introduction, then I will present the main idea, its development, the internationalization plan and financial forecast. Today we are talking about Riot Games, one of the biggest gaming companies for computer gaming, with their headquarters in America and worldwide reputation. Some key factors. Riot Games is owned by Tencent, a gaming holding with $87 billion of annual revenue. Riot Games' net worth is estimated as $1 billion and its annual revenue of last year was $1.8 billion. League of Legends itself is the biggest source of revenue for Riot Games. Last year revenue was 1.63, but in 2017 it peaked at $2.1 billion. People are strongly engaged toward Riot products, not only League of Legends, and this is why they are disinvesting on League of Legends. Riot Games is more than a gaming company. They already have part of the esports system. Indeed, last year's World Finals had 5.1 million concurrent viewers only on Twitch and YouTube. Their products are not just video games. They also have their music department, and this year's song with Lil Nas X is still in top charts. Riot Games made also a Netflix exclusive, Arcane, one of the most viewed on the app. This company's partners are outstanding, among them Amazon, Louis Vuitton, Tiffany, Cisco, Mercedes, Kia, MasterCard, and more. Riot Gaming offices are strategically placed where their products are most popular, so their focus is especially on North America, Western Europe, and East Asia. Their offices assemble one of the most talented game lovers professionals on the industry, with outstanding corporate culture. Macro trends in 2022 are an important part of the discussion. First, B2B Internet of Things in business-to-business market has everything about connection, supply chain, and so there is a strong research to make everything in a working ecosystem more integrated. Second, people are smart living. It's not just Internet of Things everywhere. Every time there is an opportunity to improve life with technology. Third, gaming industry is becoming very design responsive, and the process of being more fashionable is for increasing user demand. Worth mentioning that Riot Games is one of the most successful in it. Last, fashion industry already is fully committed in digitalization, but some companies are trying to surpass the bidimensional approach, trying to be 3D. So, with this introduction, I can start talking about the other side. Other side will be the Riot future. It will start as a new interactive game experience, developing a platform that is the perfect mix between virtual socialization and, of course, gaming. Riot Games already developed fashion garments for their virtual characters. The challenge here will be to develop a system to have the most realistic fabrics on the virtual landscape. So, will be a new concept for gamers. They will dress the most realistic virtual clothes, and so their avatars will be a real part of them. Finally, connecting the other side with the real world is possible. Smart gadgets such as smart mirrors will make the experience interesting even off the monitor. To accomplish the mission of being the people's second life, fashion, design and smart gadget companies will have an interesting role in this, contributing the mission of making this world being the best virtual world ever designed, communicating with gamers. The user will not only be computer gamers, also mobile phone users can be part of the revolution. Riot Games' goal is to make their products available in every platform. This is proven by all the mobile versions of their games. Last, one other side will be an interesting opportunity for logistics companies. With a product placement strategy, people will be interested in making their wardrobe and their home more similar to the one they develop in the other side. Riot will obtain a leadership position in gaming graphic development with a long-lasting competitive advantage. Also, they can get crucial data about consumer habits. Riot Games already have big names among their partners. Cisco is one of the global leaders in networking hardware, software, and other high-tech services, which demand a lot of data. Cisco can be interested in obtaining data from the other side to have a better development of future ideas. Louis Vuitton and Tiffany already develop with Riot Games products, both in virtual and real life. Being the first ones to achieve the goal of being in a virtual world it's in their own interest. Louis Vuitton will make the first fashion show with virtual reality involvement. Since Tiffany is part of LVMH group, this would make the holding develop the first realistic labeled virtual jewels. MasterCard is partner of Riot Games in every event, and the other side launch will be an opportunity to make many people use their payment circuit, developing a new credit card with advantages for them. IKEA is not the right partner, but the opportunity for them is huge. People can furnish their home first in the other side, then in real life. Also, it's an opportunity for IKEA to reach people out from their stores. So, I didn't mention a logistic company or smart gadget company, and the reason why is that the biggest collaboration for Riot Games will be a joint venture with an already partnered company, Amazon. Ryazon will be the key to reach people both online and offline. Amazon already have the infrastructure to perform it, the best logistics in the world, basically. Basically, is already offering everything, everywhere. Also, Amazon owns Twitch, a streaming platform, and already is partnered with Riot Games for Amazon Prime benefits. People will be able to purchase everything they want online and at the same time being able to have it in real life. Amazon will have the opportunity to develop virtual gadgets with competitive prices to integrate their labeled product with other side. In this side, I showed the main offices for Ryazon. Riot Games have offices basically everywhere Amazon already was in 2013. The global presence of both of them and their knowledge of the market will be an important resource to develop the most attractive platform. With an OLI framework overview, it's possible to say that the own advantages rely on the huge network they have, since it's likely that them will also be the new target. The Riot R&D department is one of the best in the gaming industry, with a good involvement of many different talents, and also the strong internationalization and their exclusive partnership. No one in gaming industry have their combination of partners and the same appealing position. To maintain the partnering advantage will be necessary to make long-term exclusive partnering contracts. At the same time, to overcome ease of copying, Riot Games will need to focus on trademarks and licenses. Speaking about location advantages, they already have operating in most interesting markets and already are well fitted in every environment. Plus, Riot Games is one of the main guests of each gaming events worldwide. Finally, the internationalization advantages. Riot Games already have totally internalized structure. These to protect themselves from share their own know-how among competitors. The development of other side will start from 2023, with more than 1 year of work in designing the platform. Indeed, in the second half on 2024, they will reveal the concept during League of Legends World Finals. In 2025, Ryzen will take place, starting targeting people that are not gamers. The system will reach the 80% or more of the potential customer within 2030. The estimated volume of users will be around 1 billion. According with GILR framework theories, in the first phase, the other side one will be beneficial to operate with a global integrated firm approach. During this period, the headquarters will have a stronger position. From the start of Horizon project, this can be shifted to a transnational strategy, requiring more control in the individual region, and of course more autonomy. The head office will have a centralized position, core of the R&D department, and with the task of coordinate the implementation and the marketing of the project and taking the function of legal core. The foreign branch's main task will be to collecting data and make an effective communication for that region. India will be headquartered for graphic development and France the fashion and interior design headquarters. The business model will define the structure of this project. Despite virtual fashion trade fairs, metaverse companies and console companies will be our competitors. The users pool Riot Games have is not comparable, and the realistic graphics will be more appealing for brands because they need software that can emphasize their products. Horizon is not a game. Neither a metaverse concept is something unique that will allow companies and users to have a second life. No one can reach this level of engagement. A virtual lifestyle proposal with extraordinary commission to be a technological leader. The main channels will be direct sales, promotion for companies in the platform or during events and live streams. Their costs will be mostly for research and development, but also marketing costs, and their revenue stream will be in-app purchases, royalties, and data selling. Here I listed the main stakeholders. Fashion and design brands and data companies will be strategic partners, with the graphic companies being interested in joining the ecosystem, while the latter will be only interested in acquire valuable information. Both will be important stream of revenues and can give their expertise for some development. Logistic firm will get new possibilities for their services and will give to the project a stronger appeal. Investors will take long-term relationship and will only have a financial cooperation. The users, of course, will be the biggest source of revenue, but also data. Personal analysis becomes less meaningful because gaming industry is not the main subject of this analysis, but it helped to understand how in every region it can be a threat of regulation or deregulation, since some governments are more restrictive with permission for virtual services. From a legal perspective, Chinese government is acting with a more open approach toward young gamers. China approved several new game licenses in September. The economical consequences of this crisis is not affecting directly on gaming industry, but with higher costs of living and less recruitment, the growth rate will be slowed. Also, cost of energies target the logistics of Amazon. Despite environmental effects of fashion products make 10% of humanity carbon emissions, the project is to give space to companies to communicate. This means that the more responsible brands will have the opportunity to train their future consumers to buy responsibly. Horizon will be a tool, and both Riot Games and Amazon have goals to reduce their impact to the planet. In a social perspective, the overqualification of many professionals will cease to exist, because this project will offer job opportunities for new talents. Finally, gaming industry typically invests on winners, but is not Riot Game approach. They try to diversify, and the innovation is the catalyst of freedom for many stakeholders. According with VRIO framework, the business proposal has a strong competitive advantage. In first place, is valuable, because its competitive landscape be the first to concretely achieve the goal of develop a good ecosystem will lead in the future. It's also rare. Despite rarity can seem a weakness, no one of the current competitor can exploit the technology in the same way and to the same target. To be fair, it can be imitable, because it's close to the metaverse concept, so the game technology used by Riot Games will be pursued by other companies with time. But when the project will rely on Amazon's strong business model, no company will be able to imitate this combination. Finally, Riot Games' internal department are really well divided and proved to be able to communicate very well in a coordinated environment. Amazon is a worldwide example of how a supply chain should be executed, so this is not even a question. In conclusion, the annual required investment will be $10 billion, mostly used for research and development and marketing, but also for employees. To grant the success of this operation, 500 new professionals will be hired, among graphic designers, game developers, engineers, etc. From the 10 billion investment, 6 billion will be from external investors, such as private equities, investor funding organization. Worth to mention that Deloitte showed interest on future technology investment. The remaining 40% will be from Tencent equity. About the profitability of the project, the first year will show only loss. But from the announcement here, the estimated net profit will be around 5 billions. The effective functioning of Ryazone will boost this incredible revenue to 15 billions. From 2025, revenue will start to scale up more constantly, and also we increase the investment in employees. With an expected annual average growth of 30%, Ryazone will enter 2030 with $153 billion total income of the sum of the all years and 73 billion of total investment. So, that's all from me. I hope that you will be interested in being part of the future.